one sentence I keep coming back to. I don't know you. Not because it was cruel, not because she meant it to hurt me, but because by the time she said it, months had already passed. Months of conversations, months of dates, months of walks, months of stories, months of sharing pieces of our lives with each other, and maybe that's why those words landed so heavily. Because from my side, I didn't feel like I was slowly letting her into my world. I felt like she was already in it. She wasn't standing at the edge of my life. She had become part of it, part of my routines, part of my weekends, part of my plans, part of the places I visited, part of the future I was quietly beginning to imagine. Without realizing it, I had started making space for her everywhere. Not because I was forcing a future, because that's naturally what happens when someone becomes important to you. So when she said, I don't know you, I wasn't angry, I was confused. Because I thought getting to know each other was exactly what we had been doing all this time. For a while, I wondered if maybe I hadn't shared enough. Maybe I hadn't opened up enough. Maybe I had somehow kept part of myself hidden. But the more I reflected on it, the less that explanation made sense. I wasn't holding back. I wasn't keeping her at a distance. I wasn't asking her to trust me without letting her see who I was. Quite the opposite. I had let her into my world more completely than I had let many people before her. And that's when a different possibility started to emerge. Maybe the problem wasn't that I didn't let her get to know me. Maybe the problem was that she never fully allowed herself to know me, not because she didn't want to, not because she was a bad person, but because doubt never stopped sitting in the room with us. Looking back, I think she was waiting for certainty, the kind of certainty that relationships rarely offer, the kind of certainty that tells you this person is definitely right for you, that you won't get hurt, that you're making the right choice. The problem is that relationships don't usually work that way. At some point, trust has to begin where certainty ends. At some point, you stop analyzing every possibility and start experiencing what's actually in front of you. And I sometimes wonder if that moment never came for her. If the doubt stayed longer than the connection had time to grow. If the guardrails stayed up while something meaningful was still trying to be built. Because the painful truth is that doubt can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're constantly looking for reasons something might not work, you stop noticing the reasons it might. If you're always protecting yourself from disappointment, you never fully experience what's trying to happen. And maybe that's the closure I've slowly arrived at. Not that I failed to let her in, but that fear, uncertainty, and doubt may have prevented her from fully stepping in herself. Because sometimes relationships don't end because two people never cared. Sometimes they end because one person is trying to build trust while the other is still waiting for certainty. And by the time certainty never arrives, the relationship that was trying to grow underneath it has already stopped growing. Have you ever felt like you opened your world completely to someone, only to realize they never fully stepped into it?